In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use Cifico animations to go above and beyond the current compliance mandates. And you want to do that for two reasons. One is it could potentially insulate you further from a sticky situation in the future. And two is you can further bond with your client by educating them on the client's life insurance policy projections, something that a lot of us kind of overlook. Now, the current compliance mandates, they take the form of fine print on the bottom of each page of a life insurance illustration that no one really ever reads. However, it basically says the numbers you see here may or may not come to pass, and it'll let you know if there's a guaranteed projection or if there's no guaranteed projection. And that might be great, but I would argue that compliance mandates are only as useful as the attention that they receive from the client. They have to be memorable to the client. So this way, if a policy underperforms, they're going to say, oh yeah, I remember that animation. Makes sense. Most people are reasonable if they have something to look back on that sort of warned them that a policy could maybe underperform in some way. So let's go to the animation screen here. This animation screen, how did I get to it? I basically took a life insurance illustration. I took that file, dropped it on the client manager. I chose to show the current and guarantee projections of the same policy. Now, in another video where I discussed the 1035 exchange, I showed all three projections of a policy that had no guarantee. So whatever policy you put in, put all the projections here. This one just happens to have a current and guarantee. So we'll zoom out here just for a moment. 42 to 100 is the client's age. This is the same policy, just two different projections. Current, 500,000 is the death benefit. Guarantee, 500,000 is the death benefit, which dictates the circumference of the circle. In this video, I'm just going to play these kind of fast. Everybody plays these at different speeds, but you can see how this might be a bit easier to story tell the difference between the current projections and the guaranteed projections. You're going to see these two circles diverge. If we only performed at the current, this is what it would look like. If we only performed at the guaranteed, this is what it would look like. And it's a lot more memorable than just the fine print, which is what you want. That's why we're going above and beyond the compliance mandates. And over here, you have some stats that you can share, some efficiency stats as well. You can get into that on your own time, but I can also pause this for a moment and I can stop motion out to age 65. And here we are, we've paused it. We can see that if we only performed at the guarantee, the death benefit never changes. The cash value is very low. This is the death benefit, the blue is the cash value. And if we performed at the current, the death benefit is increased over time and the cash value is a lot more significant. Again, the death benefit is the circumference of the circle. The cash, which is this number, is the blue growing inside of the circle. And we could express something like, if we performed at the current the entire way up until 65, and then we had to only perform at the guarantee, you wouldn't lose these numbers because they're ever vesting. This would just grow at a slower pace going forward. So you can see how you can go on some tangents. You can make this fun. And again, we're making the compliance mandates of showing all the policy projections more memorable, more enjoyable, which is the whole point of this video. So if you have any questions about the software, reach out to me. Good luck at your next meeting.